In this video, I'll guide you through how to fix a white cursor on Google Docs. If your text cursor seems to disappear or blend into the page, it can make typing and editing really frustrating. So let's go through a few simple checks and fixes to get your cursor visible again and make your document easier to work with. First, start by checking the background color of your document inside Google Docs. Open the document where you're having the issue and look closely at the page area itself, not just the browser background around it. In most cases, Google Docs uses a white page background by default, and the text cursor is also light colored, which can sometimes make it hard to see depending on your screen brightness or contrast. To confirm your document background, go to the top menu in Google Docs and look for the option that lets you change the page or background color. Make sure it's set to white, and if it already is, try briefly switching it to a different light color like a soft gray or pastel, just to check whether the cursor stands out more clearly. If the cursor suddenly becomes easier to see against a slightly different background, you'll know the issue is mostly about contrast rather than a technical problem. You can keep the new background if you like, or switch it back to white and simply increase your screen brightness or adjust your monitor settings for better visibility. Next, try zooming in on the document or refreshing the page. Sometimes the cursor can appear faint or slightly misaligned because of a minor rendering glitch in the browser. To zoom in, use your browser's zoom controls either through the menu or with a keyboard shortcut. Increase the zoom level until the text and cursor appear larger and see if the cursor becomes easier to spot. This doesn't change your actual document, it only affects how it looks on your screen. If zooming in doesn't help, refresh the page. You can do this by clicking the refresh button on your browser or using the standard keyboard shortcut. Refreshing forces the page to reload and can clear up temporary display issues, especially if the document has been open for a long time or your internet connection briefly dropped. If the cursor still looks white or invisible, the next thing to check is whether any dark mode extensions or themes in your browser are affecting Google Docs. Many people use dark mode extensions to make websites easier on the eyes, but sometimes these tools can interfere with how specific elements like the cursor are displayed. Look at any extensions or add-ons you have installed that change website colors, themes, or enable dark mode. Temporarily disable these extensions, then reload your document and see if the cursor appears normally again. If turning off a dark mode extension fixes the problem, you may want to adjust that extension's settings to exclude Google Docs or only enable it when you're not working on documents. Finally, if none of these changes have fixed the issue, restart your browser completely. Close all browser windows, wait a few seconds, and then open the browser again before going back to your Google Docs file. Restarting clears out cached visual glitches and frees up memory, which can help if the cursor problem was caused by the browser running for a long time or using a lot of resources. By checking your document background, adjusting zoom or refreshing, disabling dark mode extensions, and restarting your browser, you should be able to restore a visible, easy to follow cursor in Google Docs and get back to working comfortably on your documents.